All right, so a few weeks ago, or really like 2 weeks ago, I went to go see You, Me and Tuscany, starring Halle Bailey and Reggie. I'm gonna just call you Reggie, bro. Reggie. And this movie was actually it was cute. It was this cute little black rom-com. I wanted to give this movie like a little bit of time to simmer down and kind of just like go into me, pause a little bit. So this film follows Halle's character Anna and Reggie's character Michael. Yeah, Anna lives in New York. She's a housekeeper. The movie basically starts off with her kind of messing the whole housekeeping job up and getting fired immediately. She relies on her best friend Claire for a lot of things, mainly for a place to stay. She's struggling a lot in this New York life. She wanted to be a chef. She went to school to be a chef, but that didn't work out because her mother passed away, and she kind of just lost all love for it because her and her mother had a really special bond with the cooking joint. She meets this guy in a bar, right? This rich Italian guy, and they hit it off, right? They start having a good time at the bar. He basically tells her, you need to just live your life. Like, you're young, live your life. Go to Italy. It's your dream to go to Italy. Go to Italy. She don't got no money, bro, but she already had a plane ticket because her and her mom was planning on going to Italy before she passed away. So she already has a plane ticket, but she don't got nowhere to stay, bro. She don't got no money. She has a cool $500 to her name, right? So she flies there anyway, bro. During a festival, apparently. She didn't plan ahead. She just goes there without any place to stay. When she finally gets there, she goes around looking for hotels. Everything's booked up, right? She realizes that the Italian dude she met was like, he got his own place that's empty. Nobody's there, right? So she decides to catch an Uber or whatever, a taxi, something. And she goes to stay in that house without bro knowing. Black girl in Italy, by the way. They're like, easily can get arrested. Life in prison, right? The Italian dude's mom and grandma pull up because I assume that they usually clean the house and stuff. And they find her there, and she lies to them and says, I'm his fiance. I'm the Italian dude's fiance. And they're like, oh shit. They ain't seen their son in like years, bro. So they like, this is finally a time for them to see their son, bro. So they accept her. They start bringing her into the family and everything. While she's on doing all this, she meets my nigga Reggie, aka Michael, right? And he's kind of an asshole a little bit, and he kind of just, for some reason, he works. He's adopted in that family, in the same family as the Italian dude, another black brother, right? And he kind of works under the winery or the brewery, the wine brewery, if you will. Of course, while he's there, they start to hit it off a little bit. But of course, he can't really pull the trigger because neither of them can pull the trigger because she's the fiance of this Italian dude, right? So they start going through this whole thing. Of course, we get all the they start to like each other and all of this jazz, right? Throughout the whole movie, there's this Disney vibe to this movie that it's just like it would be cool if they kept it that way, but it's like they would switch between Disney and like black humor, right? And it's like they almost didn't know which way to go. And to an extent, it wasn't bad. Like, it was just sometimes it would give off a Disney vibe. Like, say for instance, while she was in brother's crib, just living there, she was, getting ready for her day and everything. And she would look at the coffee maker and be like, "Ooh, coffee." And then go like, bro, like, Halle, this isn't Little Mermaid, bro. I don't know. And it would just be small stuff like that. It really gave Disney at parts. And then there would be some black humor in there too, especially like when the friend would always come on the phone. Of course, she was just the black stereotype of the whole film, bro. Which she was cool. I liked her. I liked the friend. Like, I liked the friend's character and everything, bro. It's like at times it was cool, but at times it was like, okay. Like, some of this feels forced. And I don't know if that's an acting issue. I don't think it is, because Halle's a pretty good actor, I feel like. I don't think it's an acting issue. It just seems like it's kind of a script issue. But it didn't throw off the vibe too much from the movie, right? Because overall it was a pretty cute movie, bro. But back to the story, okay? Italian bro pull up because there's this jealous ex-wife. She hit Brody up and was like, your fiance is in this crib or something. And he was like, fiance? So he pulled up. He was gonna bring Anna to tell the family that she's been lying to them the whole time, right? But then he realized that this is the first time in a long time that his family has seemed like proud of him in a way. So he was like, well, we can keep up with this lie. The Italian dude is not really the husband type, right? Like he's still hooking up with ex-fiance. He's still going out drinks with his friends and doing all this, stuff like he would be doing in his 20s. They didn't like each other anyway, so Hallie didn't care. And apparently, the festival is coming up and their whole family is like this. They run a restaurant. The owner of the restaurant, which is the grandfather, he gets injured or he falls down. So Anna steps in to cook for him at the restaurant. She makes this whole specialized dish for the festival. Matteo, the Italian, right? He comes at the end of the festival, even though he was supposed to help. He wasn't there to help. Matteo comes out of nowhere at the end of the festival and is like, okay, me and Anna is gonna go back to the States, right? Because he doesn't want to stay here anymore, and he thinks that Anna wants to go back, so they don't have to keep going with this lie. Matteo and the Italian brother, right? Reggie, Michael, whatever you want to call him, they start getting into a fight. I'm gonna be real, I honestly don't understand this part, if I'm being real. Like, Matteo figured out that Michael liked Anna, so he just pounces on him, bro. Nigga, you don't even like her, bro. You're keeping up with this lie because your family's proud of you finally, because you're here. She brought you to them, bro. Like, why are you fighting this dude over that? I guess he wanted to keep up with the lie, but it's like, bro. To break up the fight, Anna, she just comes clean and she's like, I've been lying to y'all the whole time. I'll get out y'all way. I'll take the bus. I'll take the next flight back home and I'll be out y'all life. She takes the next flight back home. This is when everything feels Disney, right? This was like, bro, this was like peak Disney, peak Lemonade Mouth, peak Let It Shine. Like, bro, she catches her Uber with her little Uber friend, W nigga, by the way, with her Uber friend, goes to the bus stop, misses the bus, and the grandma, you remember the grandma from the beginning of the story that's been side-eyeing her the whole time because she low-key knew that, like, this is something ain't right. The grandma pulls up out of nowhere and is like, if you want Michael, if you want to stay in the family, if you want Michael, you need to go for Michael. And then Anna's like, bro, but the family, they all hate me now. The grandma's like, hey, you gotta just talk to them. Here they are. Like, and all of them, every last one of them, other than Michael, the grandpa, the mom, the auntie that's been cheating on her husband. It's a crazy ass joke, but I mean, it was funny. I'm not gonna. And Matteo as well, bro, beaten and bruised, all pull up on her at this bus stop and is like, hey, hey, you are our family too. Family makes mistakes. Ohana means family. This nigga Matteo throws her the keys and it's like, go get him, tiger. He doesn't say that, but it's like that's how Disney this whole moment felt, bro. He hands her the keys to his $1 million car, probably, bro. And she apologizes and they kiss in the sprinklers. And then that's the end of the movie, bro. This was a good movie, right? And I say that, because I'm gonna be honest. Me personally, I'm not too picky when it comes to films, right? I like a good deal of, I like a good wide range of films. But when it comes to black rom-coms, low-key kind of like Tyler Perry-ish type movies, soap operas, I respect them. And I respect their audiences and everything. Like, they cool. They not bad media. It's not bad media. I don't care for them, bro. But this felt a little different. I know that black rom-coms were kind of dying, especially like films. Like, I know like shows were still going, like reality shows and like Tyler Perry shows and soap operas and stuff like that. I know those were still popping and still going, bro. But like movies, those weren't like, they were kind of declining in popularity. And I also saw, I don't know if this was true, but I saw on Twitter that there was a director that had a black rom-com that was already shot, and she pitched it to some producers or something, and they basically told her that, like, this is a good film and all, but if Me and Tuscany doesn't do well in this box office, we're not gonna put it in theaters. And she was like, that's kind of fucked up. But I mean, I feel like if it's a good film, it's like, and you believe in it, it's like, I don't know. I feel like putting this film on the line because of like another film's success, I do find that a little crazy, but I guess that's the business. I mean, but there's like a movement on Twitter for this movie, bro. I've seen it, and you know, I'm not mad at that. It's not a bad movie at all. Like, it's very enjoyable actually. I stuck through it the entire way. It didn't feel long, it didn't feel dragged out. I feel like when you put colored characters in a place where they usually aren't, I feel like I feel like that's how you do it, right? Like for me, I recently, last year, actually around this time last year, I did a short film, and it was about two colored women, two twins. They were kind of put in like a demonic seance-y type of film, and it's like, you know, to be honest, those like colored characters aren't really put in those type of movies, you know. Very cute movie. Some of the humor it felt a little forced, but some of the humor felt pretty cool too. Like, it had a good vibe to it. The whole movie had a good vibe to it. I think my only like negative about this movie is really that it's insane how predictable it was. Like, nothing that happened in this movie was surprising, like, at all. Nothing wrong with that though, because like I said, it's just a cute little movie. I don't think it's nothing to really take seriously. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. Go and give this video a thumbs up, y'all. If y'all like this video, then like it. Click the thumbs up, you know, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what other movies y'all want me to review. And yeah, I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, bro. Peace.
Trotting through, I got a dozen legs in this bitch. Balenciaga skin, I gotta shed all the shit. Cocoon was getting sturdy, so I flipped the whole crib. Now I'm spamming 3Ks like I'm legs in this mix. Niggas trying to guess the statements that I'll never say.